right, go time. It's 68 degrees right now and cloudy in central Vermont. Top of the morning to you. Hi, Raylene.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. Looks like mostly cloudy today. Maybe some thunderstorms. 81 degrees later on for the daytime high. Fireworks tonight should be good.
That's what I'm hearing.
Says Roger Hill, yeah. 65 and cloudy tonight. So things are going to be a go for Burlington. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, 82. And middle of the week, Wednesday, partly sunny, some stray showers in 87. Sherilyn was looking at the forecast last night and just, once again, just...
10 days of rain here and there.
She was losing her mind last night about it.
It's enough of this stuff.
Even when your kid is saying to you, "Dad, is it going to be raining all weekend?"
I know.
I don't know. It's but here's the thing though, and summertime in Vermont it doesn't last forever. So
definitely not. And after a long winter, what seemed like a long winter,
right?
This sucks.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Because of that, you got to try hard not to let the rain damper anything that you've got going on for the weekend.
Right.
Just there's so much that you can still do even if it's raining. I mean, really, you might have to be creative.
You might have to go to the movies.
Yeah, just look around.
Yeah.
Get over to FGB Theaters, Capitol Show Place in Montpelier, the Paramount Twin right here in the Granite City. My God.
I mean, the drive-ins might be out, but...
Right.
And I think Montpelier is doing all their stuff today, too.
Yes, they are.
I don't think anything has been canceled.
No.
Not that I've seen.
Not that I have either. And it's starting this afternoon, I think around 3 o'clock or so. Let's see. I got the coffee. I got my Crocs. I got my glasses from Optical Expressions, although they're over there on the table, which aren't doing me any good this morning.
I'm not surprised.
I have my Miralax. I have my blood pressure meds, and I'm ready to go.
I have cup number 4.
Are you serious?
That's it, though. I'm only on 4. I'm doing well this morning.
I'm a one and done guy. All I need is 1 cup of coffee. And here's the thing. I don't even really need it. I just like the taste of coffee in the morning. Today is
I need it.
You do? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bitchy without it?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tolerate me.
So is it bitchy without it and bitchy with it? Pretty much.
Pretty much. I'm just a bitch. We all know that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Busiest travel day of the year today, according to AAA.
Which is weird.
Well, it's the day before. It's the day before the 4th. So
But
it's when everyone's
busiest of the year?
Of the year, according to AAA.
Which
I have
is
to
weird.
say,
Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I know. I'm surprised that it's of the year.
But yeah, we have to preface by saying according to AAA, okay?
Right.
To cover.
Who knows if they know what the hell they're talking about.
Cover our asses. But yeah, and this year, AAA is saying that it is a record number of people traveling, both by air and by automobile. They say that every year, Raylene.
Of course
they say
do.
It's a record every year. It's like in the millions.
Well, and I heard that flying right now really sucks, and that so many flights are delayed, canceled, this, that, and the other because of the smoke.
Yeah.
If you're, coming from the Midwest to the New England, or vice versa, if you're going to the East or the West, that if you're traveling in the upper part of the state and you need any of those airports,
right,
depending... it's really causing some significant snarls.
Sure it is. Are you okay with us jumping into the community calendar this morning?
Of course I am.
Brought to you by The World, by the way, Central Vermont's favorite weekly newspaper. Do not miss the digital version online at vt-world.com. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm out of touch with what's going on.
No.
I was just going to say with Thunder Road. Just with Thunder Road. I'm in touch with everything else. have you lost track what's going on?
No, it was canceled yesterday, and it's going to be the 30th of July now.
Okay.
And some people are really upset about that, saying July 30th, why even bother? And what I say to those people is, calm down. You have to remember that there's lots of other fireworks shows scheduled.
Yeah.
Lots of other races scheduled. A lot of money has already been spent. So it's being made up as soon as it possibly can. This isn't something you can just do. Oh, we're not going to do it Sunday. We'll do it Monday. There's lots of other displays happening today.
Sure, right.
And tomorrow and even the next day. And so
Right. Mid-season.
at least they're doing it.
Yeah. Mid-season championships are coming up, right? Thursday night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. And oh my God, and then we're almost into the Governor's Cup, middle of the month. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And Stephen told me who is coming for that.
Stephen Donahue.
Yeah, who the NASCAR driver is that is coming, but I have forgotten already.
Hillary will help us. Someone will. Speaking of the fireworks tonight in Burlington, who's doing them? The name of the company that is on my hat right now, North Star Fireworks. They're going to be out on...
Snazzy new hat. I like it.
You like that?
Very nice.
I love it. I haven't taken it off all weekend. Which, by the way, fabulous weekend. One of the best I have had in a long time. How about you? How about you?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I didn't do anything. I just hung at home.
We went to Six Flags.
Family.
Oh my God! You've never been to Six Flags Great Escape?
Years ago.
Oh.
Why would I go now? I don't have littles.
Doesn't matter, Raylene. Little in the heart.
Yeah.
Get on
I
that thing.
have no purpose to go to Six Flags anymore.
You would not believe. Actually, you might believe. The rides that Lily can do, the rides
That you can't because you're a wuss and you're not tall enough.
There's one of those is true. One of those is true. Mm-hmm. She has literally no fear. She wants to do everything, and every roller coaster. It doesn't matter how many times it goes upside down. The corkscrew doesn't matter. The loop-de-loops, everything. She wants to do everything, and she said to me, and I know there's been plenty of people that have been to Great Escape. They know what I'm talking about. The big swing. Mm-hmm. Which is this white tower. It's basically a massive slingshot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
It's literally like 300 feet tall. You go up with a harness, and they Velcro you in, and then they drop you, and you go swinging out across the park. It's like you're flying like 60, 70 miles an hour.
And that's your favorite?
No, I'm not afraid of heights, but I still wouldn't do that.
Oh, you don't do it?
Absolutely not.
You watch.
But Lily...
Take pictures?
Lily wanted to.
Uh-huh. Did she love it?
Absolutely not. I said, no way, Jose. Not happening. Absolutely. Yeah. No. You know. Well, Dad, I think I'm big enough. No, the answer's no. When you turn,
you let her go up in a hot air balloon.
That's fine. That's not swinging 300 feet free fall. I won't let her bungee jump out of a hot air balloon. And what the hell's the difference? It's the same thing. Swinging off this 300-foot tower. My God. But listen, I want to say the fireworks show tonight, North Star Fireworks on the barge. Burlington Harbor, going to be amazing. You posted the pictures of these fireworks ready on the barge.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
You see that?
I did.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. And like has been happening, the sunset and sunrise both have been absolutely amazing because of all of this horrendous, horrid smoke.
Yep.
So it just made the picture look super cool.
Yeah, it did. Didn't it? It's like a natural filter. I know.
Yep.
By
Hillary
the way,
says Daniel Suarez will be here
Daniel
for the
Suarez.
governors.
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Hillary. I love the fact that she watches and listens every
Me
morning.
too, every day.
By the way, there's going to be a drone light show that's been added to the Burlington Independence Day celebration. So I think before they launch the fireworks, they're going to do some kind of drone show up in the sky. So, and by the way, speaking of North Star, my weekend could not have started any better over at North Star Fireworks. I was there around.
You did look like you were having a lot of fun.
I had genuinely, Richard Swenson and I had such a great time. Mm-hmm. I mean, we were just so. How could you not?
I know.
The weather was perfect. We're talking about fireworks. You know, we had some great laughs. He's a great guy, and I really enjoyed being there. Live on the air Friday night over in Bradford at their new location. It was just a great time. That's all I can say. And no, actually, that's not all I can say. They're open till 8 o'clock tonight. They open up in 45 minutes. Both East Montpelier and Bradford. Mm-hmm. 10 to 8 today being Monday. And they're even open from 10 to 8 tomorrow on the 4th of July.
Oh, wow.
So that's right when it's getting dark.
And you're still 50% off.
It's still 50% off. Mm-hmm. So you could literally walk in there at 7:30 tomorrow night, 7:45 tomorrow night, just before it gets dark, buy some fireworks, run home and launch them.
Do we know if anybody was able to make it over there quick the other night and say the secret words?
You know, I haven't spoken with Richard yet.
We need to find that out.
We do need to find that out. Absolutely. So, and we will. We will. I'm just looking here at our community calendar, which is, there's a lot going on here. But yeah, Montpelier's biggest celebration of the year, starting this afternoon. Lots of activities. They've got the food truck festival, great family entertainment. They've got a road race, a community parade, musical performances, the fireworks show. One of the top 10 summer events listed by the Vermont Chamber of Commerce.
Nice.
So don't miss it.
Don't miss it. It's right.
It's going to be a great time. I saw that you giving some continued love, as we always do, to the American Legion, Post 10, right here in the Granite City.
Yes, ham and au gratin potatoes.
That's the meal?
That is the meal. And call as soon as you know that you're going to want it, because they don't cook as many in the summer. And they want to make sure that everybody that wants one gets one, though.
Is it au gratin or au gratin?
I have no idea.
5:30.
Cheesy potatoes. Oof. That's what it is.
Is there anything better?
No. There isn't.
5:30 tonight. I'm sorry, tomorrow. Are they doing it tomorrow? Independence Day?
Mm-hmm.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then are they going to do bingo at 6 o'clock?
As far as I know, it's all on still.
All right.
Yeah.
So
the construction report's up, as always.
Thank you.
For Monday.
Wow.
And then the Central Vermont ATV Club is doing a bottle drive this Saturday from 9 to noon. And they'll be at the Washington Town Clerks right there on Route 110. And all funds support the club for the local trails and stuff.
You know, I've been watching that page. Those guys are growing.
They are. They're growing big, and they're doing a great job. And they really take, what they do seriously.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And they do a really good job.
Yeah, they do.
And then we have to mention that Preston's is closed today because they're moving into their new building.
Yes.
Which is awesome. We're really excited about that. And we're actually going to be over there live at noon on the 12th.
12th of July.
For their grand reopening. So catch us over there. Super excited about going there and checking that out. And Walker Fitch had a great weekend. I just love his interview at the end.
Saw that.
Oh my gosh, I just want to hug him.
I texted him saying, "Hey man, we got to get you back on the air."
Yeah, I mean, just super cool.
Do we have to talk to his agent?
His mom?
Publicist?
Maybe.
Who do we have to
I was
to?
wrong. And I was wrong about the meal. They're not doing a meal. It's July 11th.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's right.
It's right there on the post. Yeah, it's July 11th, but they've already posted it up. So no Tuesday night meal for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the young man that was missing in Waterbury has been found.
Yes.
That's great news.
You know, can we pause there for just a quick second?
Yes.
When stuff like this happens, news that's kind of funky, kind of weird, some breaking news, breaking headlines, you are like on it, like big time.
I try to be.
Especially the time sensitive stuff, like, you know, an elderly person has gone missing, or there's a kid that's gone missing, or there's an Amber Alert or something. You are on it.
I try to be.
It's remarkable.
It's a lot of work some days. I'm not going to lie.
And if anyone's ever been with Raylene, ping, 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 ping.
My phone is like that. I told you, I've started shutting it off at like 11 o'clock.
Oh, that's...
Sometimes a little later, 11:30. But because if I don't, it will literally, there's people up all hours of the night, and my phone will go off all night long. So I have started shutting it off at 11 because, you know, everybody needs a break.
I want to say that when I saw the post last night that you dropped about the LaMoille County Field Days starting on July 21st, I was just like, oh my God, are we already that far into summer?
We are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't say it. And Jenna's Promise is going to be there. They're going to have a strong presence, and they're looking for some volunteer help. So,
right. Yes.
Get in touch with them.
And then, as we all know, nothing can be wonderful all the time, no matter how much we want it to be.
And that's why, Raylene, we say shits and giggles.
Right.
Because I think that we run maybe like an 80-20 giggles to shits.
I think we try.
Sometimes 90-10. Mm-hmm. Sometimes 100% giggles, and sometimes 90% shit.
Sometimes every once in a while there's a little diarrhea.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But this shooting in Baltimore, mass shooting.
Unbelievable.
30 people shot, 2 dead.
Oh, I thought it was 4. Okay, 2.
Well, that's what it was. As of this article, it was 2 dead. And, I mean, my God. And there was another
Horrible
shooting as well that I have still am following up on, but there was another shooting as well.
No joke. Sitting on the couch last night, I had my phone in my hand, and I went, oh, my God, Sherilyn, there was a shooting in Baltimore. And she's like, yeah, I know. I said, how do you know? She said, Raylene already posted it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, super sad.
Yeah, really is.
It's sad, tragic. It's more than that. I mean, it makes me get super angry, but I'm staying mellow today. Mm-hmm. And then more than a dozen taken to the hospital after a vehicle crashed into the loony bin
in New Hampshire.
At the loony bin bar and pub. Yep, in Laconia.
Wow.
Yeah. So many people injured. Dozen were taken to the hospital, and a dozen more were treated at the scene. Didn't need medical attention, or at least refused medical attention. It doesn't necessarily mean they didn't need it. They just refused it. So, thoughts are with all of them. I just can't imagine. And then, drum roll.
Yeah.
The first truck stuck in the notch. Hey! So somebody won the pool. Right? They had a pool. I wonder if they're going to announce the winner of that. So last night, right around 9:30, they closed the notch. And 12:35, it opened back up this morning.
God.
So the first stuck truck. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised that it has taken this long.
There's something in my gut that's telling me, and I don't know, that the state is purposely not putting some kind of preventative measures in place to keep the trucks out of the notch.
Yeah, it really wouldn't be that difficult.
That's it.
You put some sort of just metal post, like a goal post, for God's sakes, over the end of the road that will, only go up to a certain height, and
something.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, just let's be honest. Just having a sign that says no trucks
is not working.
It's not working.
Not even the big digital ones.
Get the memo. Not working. Yeah. Is there a big digital one?
I believe they put the big one up.
Do we need to put some like neon colors on it? Does it need to have a strobe flash?
I don't think it's going to matter. I think we need like a goal post over the end of the road. That's all I can think of to call it. And, with the height. And if they can't fit under that, then they're not going to go, right? Make it flash. Make the goal post flash. I mean, they do that at toll booths.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know, man. I have ideas on how to keep trucks out of the notch, but I'm going to refrain from speaking of them on the air.
Okay.
Because if I drop the ideas that I have, it's going to just create a ruffle.
Oh, a ruffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to...
You don't want anybody to know that you want to sit there like Elmer Fudd with the shotgun.
I never, ever said that. Now you're creating rumors now, Raylene.
No.
Look at the flooding. Oh, my God.
I know. Absolutely horrible. That was in New York, in, Clinton County, and just terrible. And it was flash flooding. And the odd part about that whole incident was it didn't happen while it was raining, but they got so much rain overnight.
Yeah.
That the rivers and streams, and they were so full that it happened after the fact.
Yeah, yeah. And I have a lot to say about the rain, and I really, at some point, I would like to call Chris Powers and put him on the air and talk about the pending lawsuit.
Oh, that's going to be a hell of a conversation.
There's a pending lawsuit against
with Mother Nature.
Mother Nature,
yeah. Yeah.
She better lawyer up, too.
Yeah. He's pissed.
Powers and I are...
It really looked like he had a great weekend, though. I kept track of him all weekend. It looked like he had a great weekend, so that was good to see.
Can we talk about great weekends? Let's talk about the Heritage Festival coming up, it'll be here like
I cannot
tomorrow.
Wait.
It's like tomorrow. It's right here. It's right in reach.
I would really like to, between now and the Heritage Festival, get some Barrie historians in here to start talking about what was and what is, and kind of, Homer Fitz and carvers and different people in the granite industry. I mean, we are built by a huge, diverse community. And I would love to, so many Italians and French and all these different heritages that moved here to the city. I would love to just sit down and talk with some of them.
Scott, over at the Granite Museum, we got to get him in here.
Yeah,
I just wrote it down.
It would be so cool. And if people could even talk about, I would love to walk up Main Street again. And who knows, maybe Carl could do this with you. Yeah. I'm assuming if not Carl, Tony Campos, there are plenty of people that probably could do it and say, this is what was here. Sure. Homer Fitz, Milady's, Ljubljana's, Harvard, Rogers,
J.J. Newberry,
Endicott Johnson, the Whalen Drugs, Aubuchon's. There was so much down here. I remember when there was a green stamp store down here. We saved our green stamps until we got a Cookie Monster cookie jar.
How do you remember this? You're in your 20s now. I mean,
it was one of my favorite places to go. We thought that was such a big deal to lick those stupid things and put them in the book. Yeah. You used to get them when you go to Grand Union and spend a certain amount of money. You get green stamps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even
used to get the rip-off tickets for the horse race on Friday night there, too.
Even I might remember the green stamps. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Super cool. But I just think it would be really cool to spend the entire month or what's left of the month leading up to the Heritage Festival really talking about our heritage.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You know, just listening to you right now, I think we could change your voice, put a wig on you, and make you the historian that we're interviewing. We'll change your name because you got it all, Raylene.
Well, I know all those. I know a lot of the places, but I certainly don't know them all. And I would love to know more about the 60s and early 70s when I wasn't here yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to know that. And I would love to know about, the amazing carvers that came here from Italy and, the Badeau family who came and they helped build the BOR.
Yeah.
All of those boys.
Yes.
And so to be able to talk to them.
Can you get one of those in here?
I would love to. I would love to talk to Gianni or somebody and see if we can get them in here
let's
to
see if
talk
we can get
about
Gianni
it.
in here.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But Scott over at the Granite Museum, I'm gonna reach out to him today, see if we can get him on the air. Mm-hmm. He'd be perfect.
And maybe even Dan Casey, now that he's retired, could come in and give us a little history lesson about some things around here.
Yeah.
So,
listen, I'll tell you.
Any suggestions? Let us know.
I'm saying this to everyone this morning, and frankly, if you're one of our listeners in, help me out, Raylene, Mexico, England,
yeah,
we have
Taiwan,
we have Florida, California, Missouri,
Wisconsin,
Nevada,
Tennessee.
Yep.
Yep.
It doesn't matter where you are. I don't care where you are on the planet. You need to get on the Barry Partnerships Facebook page
and check it out.
You need to see what's coming up here in the Granite City.
Well, and there are people that will come from all over because there are people that moved away that always come home for the Heritage Festival.
Yes.
That's when they do class reunions and so many other things.
Yes.
And so people literally come from all over to come home to the Heritage Festival.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, the first annual Montpelier High School Alumni Roundup Reunion is July 14th and 15th. Mm-hmm. Speaking of reunions, that's going to be massive. The whole weekend-long event kicks off on Friday, July 14th from 4 to 10. There's a welcome back street party hosted by Langdon Street Tavern. It's just going to be amazing. But that's Montpelier. When it comes to Barry, the Barry Partnership Facebook page
blow it out of the water.
That's where you need to go.
Yeah.
They have is the complete schedule for the Heritage Festival posted up there?
Yes, it is. Why don't you?
Should we break the news?
Of course. I mean, you've been dying to say this about a very good friend of yours.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about about my performance up on the stage, because I'm going to be. A lot of people don't know I'm a singer and songwriter. I'm going to be, at some point, up on stage performing some original songs that I've written.
Tracy would not do that to us.
One of my best friends, Chris Dagnese, is...
I'm super excited.
He's coming. And, I mean, this is like, oh, my God.
Well, he's coming to perform.
He's coming to perform.
Right.
And he is... first of all, he's been here before, but it's been a long time. Secondly, through our friendship, we have stayed in touch over the years. He's in not only Nashville, but also his home base is Marblehead, Mass.
Are you calling him?
I'm going to call him.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try to. He's a busy dude.
I know.
He's a busy guy.
Now, isn't Chris the one that you woke up in bed with one day?
What are you talking about?
It's,
I have no idea.
You know that night that you guys had too much fun?
What?
You know.
What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know if he'll. He's a busy guy. I don't know if he'll.
I'm pretty sure that he is. I'm certain of it.
You talking about in Nashville?
I think you were in Nashville.
It was a hotel room. That I had for the. I don't think we're going to get him.
And Chris did not have a hotel room.
Chris did not have a hotel room. I did. It was
crazy times.
It was a. It was a queen size bed. And we were out partying in Nashville for the country music radio seminar. And it was like, I don't know, 3:00 in the morning when we got back to the hotel. And, we were walking through Nashville. We weren't driving or anything like that, but we were pretty boozed up, both of us. And we get back to the room, and he's like, dude, there's only one bed. And I'm like, we're good. And he's like, dude, are you serious?
Just climb in and pass out. It'll be okay.
I don't think at any point his leg touched mine. I don't think so.
No.
But listen, this guy is he is gonna come to Barrie and put on one hell of a
I'm
show.
super excited to have him. You know that I have a few songs that he has sent me.
Yes.
He's written a few about addiction that were absolutely amazing. Gave me goosebumps actually, and yeah, I mean his voice is just he is very unique.
Yeah.
But I love him. I can't wait. I'm super excited.
And you've never met him?
Not in person. Nope. I've only talked to him on the phone and had video calls with him and talked to him, when you're there.
Right.
But
you might fall in love. I'm just giving you the heads up right now.
No.
But he's going to be on stage Saturday night, I think 5:45 for the Heritage Festival in the City Hall Park.
And then there are many other performers as well and a lot going on. Super excited.
Yeah.
And the concerts in the park start.
Yes.
This week.
July 6th.
Thursday.
That's Thursday?
Thursday, July 6th.
The Rustics. The
Rustics. So food trucks, concert, and it better not rain. That's all I got to say. We need this. It'll be amazing. I can't wait.
We do not need the rain. The bamboo right now in my backyard, Raylene, is right around 80 to 100 feet high.
I believe it. It's crazy.
I cannot get through it with a machete.
I can't keep up with the lawn. I seriously
Yes.
cannot keep up with the lawn.
A machete, no matter how sharp it is, won't go through it. I'm thinking about the chainsaw at this point. It's crazy. But anyway, also the Do Good Fest, that's coming July 15th at National Life. Going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Plain White Tees, all night boogie band, and they're giving an opportunity to high school age kids to perform with their own bands on this big stage.
Yeah, super cool.
There's high schoolers that are literally going to be able to say, "I opened up for the Plain White Tees."
Right. Super cool.
I think that's like so badass. It's just awesome.
It is. It's awesome.
And they get to hang out backstage with them.
No, it's awesome.
July 22nd, there's a motorcycle poker run at the Billtown Roadhouse. Bikers Against Child Abuse is a huge supporter of that. And they'll be there. So that's good.
And tomorrow's the Freedom Ride at Wilkins.
It is?
It is. I've posted that up.
Wait a minute, I got to write this down.
I got to find it too because now, but yes, so tomorrow morning, Wilkins in Southbury, of course. Right now it says there's 132 going, but tomorrow 8 a.m., 10 a.m. is when the kickstand's up. But All makes, all models are welcome. Safety briefing at 9:45. Kickstands up at 10. John Lyon will lead a slower ride around central Vermont, returning back to Wilkins. Harley Davidson.
Well, it's because he's getting a little older.
For a complimentary lunch, $100 gift card drawing for those on the ride. Okay. So, so that's happening tomorrow. The Freedom Ride. That's That's a pretty big deal, that Freedom Ride. Of course it is. And so I hope that they have a huge turnout.
Yeah. I also want to say you posted the complete list of cities and towns in Vermont. I don't want to say central Vermont. I'm saying all over the state that are hosting fireworks shows.
Well, I thought I did. And then in the comments, and that's what I keep posting to people, go to the pinned post and read the comments, because so many people have added to the list I had. Oh. I mean, mass amounts. There were fireworks and there are events all over.
Okay.
Not only just through the weekend, but today, tomorrow, a lot of stuff is on there. But go to the pinned post so that you can read the comments.
Right. Look at how many people reacted to that and shared that and viewed that.
Oh, post. It was awesome. It was awesome to see that people were and interacted with it and said, and this is happening and that's happening. Thousands. I mean, that's what we want.
Thousands.
Yes, exactly. It was awesome.
So, based on your post, being that today is Monday, the 3rd of July, other towns that are shooting off fireworks tonight, Colchester, Bristol, Montpelier, Williston, I think that's it for tonight, being Monday.
All right, and then I'm going to look in the comments.
Did I say Burlington? Sure. I did say Burlington.
You did say Burlington.
And North Star Fireworks they're doing all these shows.
Randolph.
Look at this hat that I'm wearing.
Randolph is today. There's a parade at 10 a.m. and then they're going to do fireworks later.
Randolph?
Yeah. The town of Worcester is going to be doing some stuff. The town of Warren is going to be doing some stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you, look in these comments because the list goes on. There's 22 comments, and some of them don't tell about new ones. Some of them are asking questions, but there's a lot going on.
Tons.
Yeah.
What else? Do we have anything? I have something that. Listen, I know we're talking an awful lot about fireworks today, and we should say that this is it's like we understand that fireworks are an essential part of 4th of July celebrations. Mm-hmm. Not to be, a killjoy or anything, but, safety reminders, and I know...
They did a thing on the news this morning about that. I saw a guy with some pretty bad hand damage, going to say.
Just be safe out there, Don't roll your eyes at it. Just put, don't be launching off fireworks hammered. Put the beer down and be safe. Dax, you with us? I think I just tried to reach him again. Too bad he's not there, but we'll get him on.
And then let's not forget that the Bearded Belligerents
God.
July 21st.
Stop it.
Are going to be at Higher Ground. I mean, that's a pretty big deal for them to play Higher Ground.
Please don't let me.
I'm not going to let you forget. We need to have Michael and the rest of them in here.
Can you make that happen?
I will make it happen. I mean, super excited, but they're going to be there the 21st of July, and I think that many people are going to want to get tickets. When they do a show at Gusto's, holy shit. And so I can't imagine at a venue like that what it's going to be like. It's going to be amazing.
Let's get them in here if we can. If we can,
they'll blow the doors off of this place.
I don't care if it's me interviewing them, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that they're in here sharing a microphone and frankly, selling some more tickets.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
I agree.
I see that Raylene's high school boyfriend is on the birthday list today.
Oh, my God.
61 years old for Tom
If it's
Cruise.
not George Strait, then it doesn't matter.
It's Tom Cruise. He's much better looking than George Strait.
No, he's not.
What? It's Tom Cruise.
I don't care.
Add it up. Look at the list.
Nobody is better looking than George Strait.
Ladies are not going to agree with you on that. I'm saying.
I know a lot of ladies that will agree with me.
You may know a lot, but I wouldn't say it would be the majority. I think most people would lean toward Tom still. I mean, what do you think? How many posters do you think are on the ceilings of young women?
Probably many, but let me tell you.
More Tom Cruise posters than George
Strait is not only like
he's a good
the best looking guy ever.
I'm not saying he's not.
He has an adorable butt, the cutest smile you ever saw in your life, and he is not an arrogant asshole. He's just not. He's very humble. He just is a good person, and I mean, that is
okay.
Huge.
I'm shaking your hand from across the desk because I agree with you. I'm giving you that big time. Yes. How can we also say this? How are your two little Shih Tzus how are they going to cope with the fireworks?
Well, so far they've done really well. They've got a little panicked a couple of times, but they've done really well. We stay in the basement, and you don't really hear a lot down there, and they seem to be doing okay.
Okay. Do you spoil these little dogs?
I do.
You've had them for how long now?
Guilty. McCormick's 5 and Oliver's 6.
Okay.
I do. I cook them dinner every night. They have chicken breasts and rice and either pumpkin or sweet potato every night for supper. And they eat at 6:30. Sometimes mommy's not nice and it's like 6:45, and they get really grumpy about that fact. But and then every Saturday they go to their dad's house because I'm no longer with my ex, so we share custody, and so every Saturday night they go to their dad's house and they get a splurge night. So sometimes he takes them to Burger King, or he makes steak on the grill, or they get bones or something that they don't normally have at my house, because at my house they have to eat well and stay trimmed up and not get unhealthy.
And they are
the best dogs in the world.
What are they again? They're shit bags?
They're Shih Tzus.
Shih Tzus.
They are. Super smart.
Do you like run? Are you one of these that like runs the air conditioning for them when all the time?
Well, I run it for me. If it's hot, it's on.
What about for them during the day?
It stays on all day. Yeah, I mean, why would I shut it off and make them suffer? They have car seats in my car, as you know.
Yeah.
So that because I'm a little bit aggressive behind the wheel.
We have a video right now of your two dogs at your house. This is a live cam that we're looking at. We're looking at right now.
Yeah. Those aren't even Shih Tzus.
We're looking at a live stream of Raylene's backyard right now.
Looks like it's in a house.
That's absurd. Why are you doing this, Raylene? They're dogs.
Well, I do leave the TV on for them.
So they can listen to Phil Mickelson?
No, I never leave it on something. I always leave it on something that will just constantly talk. And I know, like, it's not news or anything, so there won't be any yelling or heated conversation. It's just a mellow.
Oh, so they don't listen to the Aired Out podcast then?
Oh, God, no.
Okay. All right, I'm just checking.
No, they wouldn't be able to handle that.
No. What else do we have going on? Oh, look at this. There he is right there.
JD Green.
What's going on, pal?
What's happening with you, bud?
Hey.
Good morning, Chris. Did he wake you up?
So he did. And usually I tell JD, I'm like, I'm up early, this, that, and the other thing. And am I on the air? You guys?
You are.
No, of course you're not. You're not on the air right now.
Yeah.
Of course you're not.
Are you guys one of those people that put people on speakerphone that don't tell them until after something's said that you can't take back?
Yes, that's what JD does. That stuff. JD does that stuff. He's kind of a little shit that way.
You guys are funny.
He did in the morning. He does that to me all the time, and he does it to, he'll just all of a sudden say, and just like that, we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dax,
isn't that the best way though?
It is.
I guess.
Catching us off guard.
It's authentic. That's for damn sure. Dax,
this guy's been keeping me on my toes for over a decade, so I would expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Buddy, we were just talking about you're going to be the Saturday night performer at 5:45 for the Heritage Festival in City Hall Park, and we are just absolutely freaking tickled, man. It's
super excited to have you.
God, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual. I mean, it feels like it's far, like it's a far ways away, but it's really not. I'm actually heading up to my office in a couple hours to start really hammering over the set and just seeing what I want to do. I mean, I'd obviously love to do mainly originals, and I'll try to sprinkle in some covers, but I'm just trying to go through like my catalog here, because a lot of times when I'm on stage, as of late, I'm just doing like 3 or 4 songs at songwriters rounds and stuff like that. So, but I mean, I have the material, and I'm really looking forward to getting up there and doing a full. I think I got an hour and a half to fill, so there's plenty of time to just really dig into it. And there's this one song that I had a cut on a Saliva album back a few years ago, and I'm like, you know what? I need to relearn that song. I wrote that with a few other guys. I haven't been playing it in a while. I sat down to try to play it the other night, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I might need to re-go over this song. So that's actually what I'm doing today. You guys caught me on a good day, but I was in bed. Yes.
What's it?
Well, it's a holiday weekend, you know.
Did we wake you?
Yeah, so you know what it was is I went up to Maine for a few days. I went up Thursday night. I went up with Shannon and one of our dogs, Rue, and we were just up there kind of lounging, and I think I got used to it. I got used to staying in, and I ended up watching this Netflix special, which you guys will remember because we're all from the same era. You remember the American Gladiators?
Yes.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, there was something that caught my eye last night as I thought I was going to bed at a decent time. Ended up staying up and watching most of that. So, normal stuff, boring stuff. But
right. Well, that's what happens as you get older, Chris. Boring, normal stuff.
Yeah, right. Well, he is
boring, normal stuff.
I model that stuff for him pretty well. He's going to follow my lead on getting old.
Yeah, I mean, JD, we've got our stories. I'm sure.
Oh, I know. I just told one. But you don't have to worry, honey, because this time when you come and when you are with JD this time, he now has a spare bedroom and a spare bed.
Yeah, we're not sleeping in the same bed together.
No.
Ever. Never again.
No.
Oh, that's right. Yes, the CRS festival. That story's been told, and that's one of many. But that was a funny time for sure. I don't know how
I think at one point
we were very comfortable in that situation too. That was really at least I was. I guess I can't speak for you.
Because we were hammered. That's why.
Yes.
I think
that's before life was normal and boring.
I'm just saying right now, for the record, I think your foot touched mine. All right.
Oh, there was. Come on. We were like a pretzel by the time we woke up the next day. Get out of here. Get out of here. So one thing I do remember about that night is that I think I drained the vending machine at the end of the hallway. I think I fed that thing like $100, and it was just like, there's candy wrappers everywhere. But that was, you know what's super funny about that too? I look back, and maybe we'll talk about this on the show, but because my relationship with Nashville and just my music career as a whole, kind of like back and forth, and me putting it on hiatus for a little while, like that was when I had first moved down there and was still, I still feel like I'm fairly green down there, but I've had the opportunity to kind of leave and then go back several years later with like a fresh perspective, maybe being the new guy, but still have already kind of been there. So I got some things I could apply. And some of the songs that I wrote over a decade ago, I'm still starting to use down there now that I lost confidence in. And now they're like, they've got their own, it's like, hey, if you believed in yourself a little bit more that first time and continued to play those songs. So, that's just some advice to other songwriters out there. But there's going to be so much for us to talk about. JD and I have killer chemistry. I think when we sit down and talk, it's got like it's kind of got like I hate to compare, but I love it when like Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn get together. Like, it doesn't even seem like there needs to really be a script, not even a loose script. Like, you just let those guys go.
Right,
oh my
right.
God.
Next thing you know, it's a 2.5-hour podcast, and it's like, what the hell just happened? So, I'm really looking forward to getting up there, especially, if you go back to our history, we initially got together through like some country Colgate challenge, which I don't even know if that's the name of it anymore. And it was just Froggy. It was through Froggy, and it was a totally different time. And it was, if you look at the way that happened, I had just placed a phone call that I didn't even think was going to get answered, and it ended up, evolving into JD and I just being the best of friends and being able to
for a long time.
And it really helped me out, just kind of step in. I was going to Nashville, I think, a few months later, and it was a good start. And there's been too many breaks in between us coming up there, so it's on. You guys aren't going to be able to get rid of me after this interview. I'm basically working myself into the show, and we're going to call it the
Super
the
excited
show. No, I'm totally kidding.
Good. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, Vermont's not that far away though, for real. And there's just, I feel like there's a lot to talk about, and we can always do these phone calls or whatever you guys want to do. I love that you randomly called me, and I didn't know when I was calling back. I thought I was just calling back JD, but I was like, I can feel the tone on the other end. This sounds like this could be this might be a very large speakerphone that's on right now to a lot of people. So
yes,
Dags.
Good thing we're not FaceTiming, guys. I'm in my underwear, which is also very fitting considering the story that you told me.
Right.
Dude, you are just exploding on Spotify and other streaming platforms too, but your music is just kicking ass, man.
Oh, thanks, man. It's, I've had a hard time locking down my sound, and I used to think that was a bad thing, but the state of music's in right now, and with kind of just releasing more singles than albums, and then there's certain artists that are jumping genres from just, maybe rap to country, then to rock. That guy Jelly Roll comes to mind, which by no means am I trying to compare myself to him. I did release a cover. Yeah.
He is amazing.
Isn't he? Yeah. And that guy was charting on three different genres at one point, and there's just a lot of other people doing that. And, it's weird because when I started my music, I was definitely doing kind of more like, Matchbox 20, Goo Goo Dolls, kind of singer-songwriter pop rock stuff. But when I was in Orlando, Florida, there was a lot of like heavier rock going on within that genre. So we were always kind of like the pretty boys at the concerts doing maybe some more watered down rock. You kind of had like Creed and other, which I know Creed's not the heaviest, but there were other bands that were just kind of sticking to a heavier format, but we'd get on stage with them. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm actually an intern. I'm doing an internship at Transcon Records with who at the time Lou Pearlman owned, and he was putting out Britney and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and this band Natural, and like LFO was cranking at the time. And so I'm at that office once a week as an intern. I got asked to be in O-Town to actually like audition for the show, and whether I would have got in, but at the time I'm like, man, I can't dance, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a boy band, but if you were to like look at a picture of me back then, like I looked like I was in a boy band.
I got a picture. I'm gonna find the picture. I've got it right here. I'm gonna find it.
So the first time I heard Jelly Roll, I actually thought of you. That you were the first person I thought of, and I thought of the song that you had sent me quite some time ago now, The Crisis Next Door.
Okay.
And but the first time I ever heard Jelly Roll, that's what I thought of. I thought of you first, and that's what it brought me back to you. And so I searched through to find the download of that and of all my messages so I could listen to it.
So we'll do that live on the show for sure, and I'd love to talk about that one. Now you're, and I don't want to. Geez, I don't know how long we can do this, but we'll probably talk ourselves out of material when I'm live, but we know that won't happen. We've already established we can just talk forever.
Right.
But The Crisis Next Door, so like I've already said to myself, am I gonna play that at the end of the month, because it is such a interesting topic, and it's like you don't want to bring the vibe down, but it absolutely evokes emotion. And okay, we'll figure it out. That one, people. I pitched that to certain people in Nashville that I respect, and I've always gotten great response on the overall song, but people have tried to change it. They want it to end in have a happier ending. And we could talk about that later, but
we know the truth is that it doesn't always end happy, and we know that that's the truth. And we actually talk about that a lot here on the podcast. And so I'm doing a show now called It's No Secret, and it's all about addiction and mental health struggles, and because we have a huge crisis here. And just a couple of weeks ago, we lost 5 people in 1 week to overdose. So, it's serious. It's huge. And
there's really no words.
Right.
And it's got normalized, and I'm not blaming anybody, but you hear that kind of stuff, and it's like we've now accepted it. And my only thing I feel I could do really is write the songs sometimes. And then for the longest time, I felt weird playing it because I didn't know how it was going to impact people. But it's been overwhelmingly positive, other than the advice to try to change some of it, which I've been there's been a lot of times I've taken that advice, and I will restructure a song based on someone in the industry's advice, whether it be a full deconstruction of the song or bring in a different writer. And in this one, I just stood my ground, and I didn't. And it's got to find a place somewhere out there online. I just got to figure out. I've held it close to my chest. I've tried to figure out how I want the production to go. A lot of times what happens with me is I'll write the song, I'll put it on a work tape, I'll maybe do an acoustic demo, and then by the time I get in the studio and put in all the bells and whistles, by the time I get the product back, there's no doubt that I've gotten back a really good, oftentimes expensive product that no fault of the studio or production or engineers or players on it. It does come out sounding great, but it doesn't always hit the mark as far as what I've had in my head. Or oftentimes I'll get advice from like friends or family or people, and they'll be like, hey man, I kind of liked that acoustic version you sent me better. I'm like, you mean the one that I sang into my phone, like the first take? You like that one better than the one that I just flew somewhere and spent all this money and time on getting?
Because it's raw.
Yeah. And this time around, I was telling JD about this moving forward, because I am about to start recording. I've got a fairly large catalog that I've been holding on as just pitches, and I've decided I'm going to probably release them under DAGs. And to do that, I've decided instead of going in and trying to do the full production, I'm just going to do a lot of really good acoustic vocals. Maybe we'll introduce some shaker or something like that, but get it in there raw, get it in there the way that people have been telling me they typically like it, and then slowly maybe start to build it up to a full production, but not do it the traditional way where you get in and kind of bang it out in a couple days and get what you get. I'm going to try to really nurture it to make sure that each step of the way we don't lose that feel that you were just talking about. Yep. And it's, you know, I blame myself. It's a click track thing, honestly. When I get in and I start singing to a click, I think sometimes the feel gets lost. Maybe I don't choose the right BPMs, which is just something that happens at the beginning of the recording process. You know, I'm probably nerding out on you listeners right now, but these are the things that keep me awake at night. So
yeah.
But yeah, psyched to get up there at the end of the month for sure, man. It's gonna come quick. So I was supposed to stay in Maine the last couple of days, and the weather wasn't the best. I just was kind of like, you know what, I'm very excited to get ready for this show and to get back to it. And I want to get home and just take these next couple of days, start the month off right, get this set under my belt. So then the rest of the weeks, the rest of the month, just cruising through and just really fine tuning. So that's what today and tomorrow is all about. So I'll make sure I keep you guys in the loop for sure.
We are so thrilled that Tracy Lewis from the Berry Partnership reached out to you and said, we want you.
Mm-hmm.
Thrilled.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was really a surprise text that came through, and I was going to come up anyway and wanted to kind of check this out, JD. You've been telling me about it for a while. We've got some things, off podcast to talk about, some future things potentially, and this just worked out great. And Barry's been, the people of Barry and your show and everything, they've always been really good to me when I do come up. I know there's been a lot of time period in between, but it feels as good as it does doing a hometown show for me.
Wow.
And I'm just looking forward to getting back into it and getting out there and playing for you guys and meeting some of the other acts. Just kind of being a part of this whole Heritage Festival. I'm excited to do it.
It's going to be amazing. And you and I are obviously going to be sharing a microphone when you're up here. So.
Well, I mean, you're going to break out the conga drums, and we're going to do that. That's that's another story, obviously.
Will you?
The difference this time, though, JD, is that there isn't really any alcohol involved in my life anymore. So that's a completely different lens that I'll be coming through. So maybe I'll be the referee. I mean, the people I still hang with tend to put them down. So if any of the crew comes up, you'll definitely have somebody to hang with. But I'm not going to. You might be getting more of a sober Dags this time around.
It's all right.
All right.
Doesn't mean we can't have fun, but it's kept things.
Do you drink coffee?
Do
you drink coffee?
I do. I drink coffee. I drink tea. I drink. I got trendy and was drinking kombucha for a little while. I got a variety of different protein green powders and mushroom powders, non-psychedelic.
Yeah. It's because Raylene, he's trying to live a healthy life, and quite honestly, he's striving to look like me.
Oh,
I mean, that's what every morning he wakes up in his head. I wish my body could look like JD's.
Oh,
so,
oh boy.
Listen, we're going to have a great time, and I can't wait for you to share with Raylene on the air about the conga drums and that whole story, which is...
It's going to be nice to finally meet you in person, Raylene.
I know.
I feel like we already know each other.
All this video calling and all that stuff, and we've never actually got to meet each other. So I'm super excited.
It's going to be special. It is. And I'm excited to see the studio that you guys have now. I mean, to see where this podcast has went over. I think I was watching the Chad Hollister one, and I think, he'd mentioned something like, wow, in the last 5 years. And I can remember when you guys started this thing, and just to see the production value and all the reach and how much you guys do for the community and the visual aspect of it with the window on the street and all that. I mean, I'm psyched to get up there and do it, and it's been a long time coming. So Thank you guys for calling this morning.
Yeah. And throwing your ass on the air when you're still in bed.
Yeah.
Well, have a great 4th of July, and can't wait to see you.
Yeah, likewise. You guys be safe. All your listeners be safe out there, and let's talk again before I get up there. We'll pump this thing up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Love that guy so much. I can't wait to see him. It's been a couple of years, and I never know what to expect. I don't know if he's going to have short hair, long hair. It could be down to his ass. I don't know. He could have ponytails, braids. Every time I see him, it's a different hairdo. So I can only imagine what this one's going to be like. Listen, as we close out this morning, I just want to show everybody what I picked up. Some of what I picked up at North Star Fireworks.
Okay.
Check this out right here.
The Atomic Happy Family. Isn't that a Chinese meal?
It is.
At the restaurant? I think that's what Craig usually gets, is the Happy Family.
I've had it too, but this is a whole different Happy Family.
Oh. This one goes boom.
This one is...
Not rumble, rumble in your belly. This one goes boom.
This is going to be amazing. I can't wait. All right?
Happy Family.
So, remember, I was telling you, it's 50% off.
Right. So you had to get another. So it's essentially like buy one, get one free.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I did.
Amazing.
This one's just called Amazing. Brought to you by Happy Family
800 gram,
North Star
20
Fireworks.
shots.
Yeah.
Wow.
500 grams.
Did you get a permit for this?
Yes.
In your town? You did? Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
500 grams, by the way, that's how much gunpowder is in the Big Bangs there.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
It is great.
Before we sneak out, Wednesday, 5 o'clock-ish, we're going to be on the air with Tracy Haynes.
Yes, Drew General Transport.
Right here.
We got some classes coming up. She's got the one on July 31st. That's the new class that will start. But there are some trainings in between that they have. And so we'll be talking all about that. And if you want to come down and sign up right here on the sidewalk, please do.
We're going to do that. It's going to be fun.
Wednesday, during the farmer's market. Don't forget, it's during the farmer's market. So the farmer's market is from 3 to 6 or 3:30 to 6:30. I can't remember. 3:30 to 6:30. I'll have to look at that. And then, but Tracy will be here around 5, and she'll stay a little bit and take your application right here on the sidewalk at the studio.
And did you know that Cliffy is going to be with her? Cliff Fleury. Cliff Fleury.
Wow.
The one and only is going to be with us during that broadcast.
Goodness. So Craig finally listened to our Wednesday morning show. And he got the biggest kick out of it.
Which Wednesday morning? Last Wednesday?
You know, when we talked about Wednesday about Quick Lube and Ladies' Day. So Craig Premont finally was able to watch the show. And he sent me a message.
What did he say?
Well, I don't know that I can say what Craig said while we're on air. But, you know, I'm telling you, ladies.
That's the place to go.
You get over there on Wednesdays.
Yep.
On Ladies' Day.
Thank you to everybody for tuning in this morning. Having fun with us.
And every morning.
We
love you all.
We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to our viewers. Some people honestly just care not to see us. They would rather just listen to us.
Right. And some people would just love for us to just disappear, but here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not want to see this? Every day.